Okay, let's do this again. At least that's what we plan to do. Still not raining up here, but it probably will be when we get back down south. But we'll see. Get the heck out of Seattle. Head south. See if this windstorm comes like they say it's going to. Hi, Mama Ophia. We're just leaving the doctor's office and starting to head south. Got to get around, in and out and around, out of downtown and jump on the freeway. Oh, big pile of leaves to drive through. That's exciting. Nice of them to leave it out in the street for us. Looks like there's another big pile of leaves up further in the street. There we go. Away we go. Not a big pile of intentional leaves. They just kind of all landed there. All right. Hey, it looks like a new homeless encampment is back. You think so? I think it used to be prettier. Now it's just a bunch of big gray buildings. Well, there's a few odd colored ones. There's a red one over there, but I think that there are definitely points where the view makes it look pretty. Jesus, lady, come right over the white line. There's a spot over on Alki Point or over on West Seattle where you can look back this way from Alki Point, and that's a pretty good, cool view of the city. All right, round the corner and off we go. Yeah, it's I guess maybe it's just gotten too big for me. I mean, I was born and raised here. I've lived a few other places around during my life, but I always wound up back in this area. Oh no, are you out of cream? That would be an immediate trip to the store in my house. I'm not a coffee drinker, but she is, and she keeps it pretty well stocked. If she thinks she's getting low, then she'll mention it to me, and I'll pick it up. But and then she'll pick another one up when she goes to the store. Right. Yeah, I think her theory is you could never have too much creamer. She drinks some of the fun. Her normal stuff is hazelnut or caramel macchiato, and lately she's drinking funny stuff. Some sort of a Harry Potter flavor, or and then she goes to a couple of different stores. I always go to Safeway, so she'll find something at another store that expects me to find it at Safeway, and that doesn't always happen. For instance, today apparently Seven Up has made a new flavor, Shirley Temple flavor, and so today I'm on the hunt for Shirley Temple 7 Up. She's been drinking tropical 7 Up, and it was Safeway was about 4 months behind Fred Meyer's, which is the next grocery store over. Uh, wow, that's a good amount. Uh, was about 4 months behind Fred Meyer's and getting that, so I don't know if they're going to have this really simple flavor or not, but we'll see. I'm picking up stuff for tacos tonight. Taco Tuesday. Well, soft tacos. She's not a crunchy taco. You didn't see much of it, but the parts of it I saw were hysterical. She, she is funny as heck. I'm surprised she didn't go into show business because she's that fun. Well, I appreciate you spending time with me. I really do. Hopefully that glare isn't too bad. I haven't had trouble following one chat. Occasionally, I'll fire up my iPad and try and watch two lives at the same time. Uh, but then inevitably, I talk to the wrong chat. Hey, the moose. Welcome in, bud. Oh, big bump. Ow. Great. Well, hopefully it's all down by the time I get there. There's a wet spot right there. And luckily, the guy in front of me pulled over into the next lane over and didn't throw water up at me. I got to stop at the pharmacy at that Safeway on the way home. So good news is the doctor said the wound is getting smaller and it is looking like it's healing more down below. Hey, Arlene, thanks for stopping by here. I don't know if it's going to work. Nope, everybody got in my way. I was in hopes of getting in front of this truck up here before I got him over lane, but that ain't going to happen. I'm going to have to get in. There's my stupid dinger again. Yeah, you don't even belong over here. If you're not exiting here, dude, you don't belong in the left lane. He's about to start a 9% grade going uphill. He's not even supposed to be in the left lane. All the way up. And for the last several days, I have not had my oil pressure gauge go dingy. It's been working fine. And I don't know if it's because of the rain and we got a little bit wet under the hood, and that's what caused it. But all of a sudden, it's doing it again on the way back south. And I know that my oil level is fine, and I know that my oil pump is fine. Otherwise, my truck would have crapped out by now. And the oil level I checked 2 days ago. So Okay, come on, dude, step on the gas pedal. Come on, you can do it. It's the one on the right. Press down. Hey, Share Bear, come on, dude, you're only going 40. Oh, the exhaust leak. You're not the first person that said that. Maybe I need to put headers and a better exhaust system on it so it rumbles again. All right, work our way over here. Come on, people, go. There we go. Yeah, that's sad to lose somebody. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have the sunshine since the last 3 days it's rained. Uh, Pretty much a steady drizzle, and then every now and then we blast of heavy rain, and they hit us with another wind advisory, so we're supposed to get hit this afternoon, and this could actually impact our town because of the direction it comes from. Hey, Mac, round, round, baby, right round. You bet. Nice. Thanks, Mac. Very nice. So creative. All right. Oh, there's another silhouette looking Tesla truck with some sort of rack on the back. know where this guy's going to turn left, but apparently he's going to hit the wall here in a minute. I keep getting a little pop-up that says something about stickers. I have to pay attention and read it this time. I don't want to get myself stuck into something that I can't get out of. Excuse me. Okay, now we get figured out his speed, cruise is set, and we are moving. Yes, Mac is hysterical. There are so many people that are just so funny. And then there are those that are a step above. But Mac and She Cooks, they're in that upper echelon where you just watch and all you do is sit there and giggle and smirk and snort, all the other good things. So hopefully I get more information on the cameras today. If not, I'll let you know what I go with. Uh, if I end up sending these back, which would be sad because I really like them. I just got to get this problem solved. If they will work the way they're supposed to, then it's going to be awesome. See how many leftover pumpkins there are out in the field. Carpadino Brothers does their pumpkin patches out to the right coming up here in a second. And actually, they're kind of cool. They take the balance of their pumpkins that are left over. Wow, they've already done it. Oh no, there they are. They've got still got a whole acre at least of pumpkins laid out over here. I don't know if you were able to see them, uh, but those will all get scooped up and taken to the zoo, and they feed them to the hippos and the elephants and all the other animals that like pumpkin. And then inevitably the news stations all go down to film the pumpkins. So every Halloween we get to see the pumpkins getting fed to the hippopotamus at the zoo, which is fun because they take these great big pumpkins. You can't imagine being able to eat them. one swap and they're gone. Broken into 100,000 pieces and swallowed. Hey, Katie. We indeed. Hi, Lee. Thanks for coming back in, bud. Yeah, anyway, it was a good doctor's appointment. She's very pleased. We're down a whole millimeter in three directions. Uh, and most, if not all, of the undercutting is gone. All of those things, Katie. All of those things. We're not there yet, but we're close. Yeah, so we're there yet. I asked Gary that when he was going down, headed towards Edmonds the other day. Everybody's got to be a comedian. That's half the fun of being on YouTube. Everybody in the chats, all of the people that were rejected in school as class clowns. Not that that's a bad thing. I actually got expelled out of biology class my senior year. He told me to quit being a class clown, and I put a red nose on. And she didn't think it was funny. No sense of humor. So I got expelled out of biology program. You're headed home too, Tiger? That's good, buddy. How you doing? And how's mama? Since you're typing anyway. Fuck, I'm not going that slow. And there's a guy trying to hook up to my trailer hitch and get dragged behind me, apparently. Hi, Des. I didn't see you come in, honey. Sun's in my eyes. Well, I sped up a little bit. Now, as he changed lanes and was going to go around me, I kind of didn't let him. woke you up because the headphones fell off. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, here he comes. Now he's going to pass me this time. I'm not going to mess with him this time. I'll just let him go by. He's not going to go too far. Oh, he's not going to. Yeah, actually, a nap does sound good, but I've got too much to do today. I have to stop at the pharmacy, stop at Safeway, stop at the post office, go home and get the puppies dressed and take them out, give them all breakfast. Uh, in order to learn this new dispatch and accounting and bookkeeping software apparently didn't stick. I can't figure out how to do my time cards. I have to approve all the time cards apparently daily now. So I have to go over that with the bookkeeper. Usually I just had to approve them on Friday. Nothing like intentionally adding more workload. Yeah, I work from home. I do not go out unless it's an absolute emergency. Um, if it's something nobody else but me has seen and nobody else that knows, uh, if they're not, if it's something that I don't feel safe or comfortable with talking somebody through on the phone, then I'll go out. I think the last time I was out, actually on site was about a year and a half ago on a chiller at a cement plant uh, that was actually cooling their cement uh, kiln. And they didn't have anybody that had dealt with anything that big uh, or that complicated. So I had to go out on site and had another guy with me so that they could make him do all the legwork, and I just stood there on my knee scooter and yelled, "Hey, Eddie, how's your day going, dude?" Oh, I'm surprised. I expected it still to be raining down here. Hey, if I can talk an 85-year-old woman through replacing her control fuse on her furnace at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night, I can talk anybody through anything that's mechanical, and I have done that. She didn't have the money to pay for the service call, and she didn't have heat, and it was like 30 degrees outside, and I asked her how comfortable she felt with doing what I was going to ask her to do, and she actually was very comfortable with it. She didn't have a problem with it at all. So I walked her through taking the doors off her furnace and finding the circuit board and replacing the fuse. And she just happened to have a pack of fuses in her car that would work. You are also very mechanically inclined, Katie. I don't know that I would suggest that to anybody, to a lot of people. That's like Dez's dryer. I absolutely know that I could walk them through, her and her son, through fixing that. Those Whirlpool dryers, Kenmore Whirlpool dryers, are so easy to work on. And the most common part to go out on them is the heating element. Yeah, but the relay and cap are those are pretty easy to replace on a compressor. If you actually have to replace the compressor, get your hands on the right material, it could be done, and but it would be, I don't know if I'd be comfortable talking somebody through that. Uh, but yeah, yeah, most heating equipment uses the same kind of fuses you use in your car. Well, older cars, the new ones, they have those micro fuses, and it uses the old ones that had the little, they were about 3/4 of an inch long, and it had the number on the top. Those fuses, the new micro ones are only about a half inch, and they're too small. And as long as you've got one that is the right amperage, uh, or even if it's a little too big, you can put it in and run it until you can get the right amperage fuse for it. Assuming that, uh, in this case, it happened to have been a power surge that took it out, and I already knew that. Oklahoma with where the wind something down the plains, but cool. You're making progress. By the way, hi Susan and Gary. Like our head is mini split, That's when I know things, and I mouth off a lot. Wind comes sweeping down the plains. That's what it is. Whoops! Yikes! I made it. That was a hard brake check. Hi Mona. Thanks for jumping in, honey. Hey Burton. Well, that's an awesome view of the mountain. That's going to come into frame here in just a second. And I know I'm obsessed with Mount Rainier, but it is really cool being this close to it. And as you'll be able to see, most of the snow is back. There we go. There you go. Look at that, baby. Holy wow. Yeah, there you go. That's a beautiful view of it. 14,407 feet tall. All right, get moving over here so I can get the farm at the. Going by Walmart on the right. And what's the deal with gym memberships now? Gyms don't have pools in them anymore. Back when I had a gym membership, that's what I did there was swim laps. You did miss it, but I didn't give a lot of information other than doctor is pleased and it's down at least a millimeter in all directions. And all of the undermining is gone. So it's starting to close up from the bottom up. Your work is your gym. Yeah. Mine was a lot of the time too, running up and down ladders and yeah, across rooftops and stuff. Yes, that is good news. We've got, I think, two or three more uh, applications of stem cells, and hopefully, with any luck, we might actually be coming to an end to this, which is very exciting. Very exciting. This has gone on far too long. We're 2.5 years into it. Around the corner, over the river and through the woods, and hopefully there's not a long go line at the pharmacy. Doesn't look like it. Nope, nobody in line. All right, I'm gonna go radio silent here in a minute when they come up to the window. So that's very exciting. Okay, we rang the buzzer. Oh, there we go. All right, hang on, guys. He seems to be having trouble finding it. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them, so they should kind of all be one spot, I would think. Welcome back, Katie. Little sheep out there, maybe. Okay, I'll be back. All right, we are done with that. Whoops, there goes my wallet. So I will have to stop and reacquire that. Oh, all right, there's my wallet. I gotta get my ID back. And of course, she put it all the way at the bottom of the freaking bag. Sideways. Okay, there's that. There's that. Those can go back in there. Put those over there. I can put that there. And I can put this here. And then we can sally forth. That goes in my pocket. And this gets hooked back up. Seatbelt. So we're legal. And away we go. Off we go into the trees over yonder. Okay, off to Safeway. Little Audrey just laughed and laughed. She knew there was no Safeway. Old joke from the 20s, like 1920s, not recent 20s. Most people don't even know who Little Audrey is or was. And away we go. Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and soon to be a Panera Bread. Oh, what's the other one going to be? Panera Bread's isn't back. Now I got something new to figure out. All right, Lee, thanks so much, buddy. Enjoy your dinner. See, 405 a gallon for gasoline. That's the regular cash price. I don't know if you saw that or not, but that's we're getting killed out here on gas tax. Washington State has the highest gas tax in the nation. Not much exciting else going around here in Bonnie Lake. But it's still Bonnie Lake. There we go. All right, guys, we're pulling into the Safeway parking lot. And as some of you who have been around a while know, I can't pull into the parking spot at Safeway without losing signal. So this will be it for today. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. Gary and Susan, drive safe, get home safe, and we'll see you later. And we'll see everybody else later on the street somewhere out in YouTube land. Bye, everybody.